Hi everyone. Okay, I'm going to talk to you for a minute about being refueled and restored. We've been through a lot. It feels like we've been in a fight with every kind of thing coming at us. A lot of confusion, a lot of despair, a lot of feeling like, is this thing ever going to end? Are we ever going to get the truth? What's going on? And I feel like that God's refueling us. I had a dream where I had a ticket in my hand and I was trying to find my gate, and they were sending me all over the place, and there was no gate for the ticket that I had. And I thought, okay, what's happening here? And I felt immediately like I'm being rerouted. I'm being restored. I'm being refueled. I'm being taken into the place I thought I was going to go, where I had a ticket to go, where I felt like this was my pathway or whatever, wasn't there. So I'm going to tell you the same thing. I feel like that God's saying, put everything on hold. We're getting ready to get refueled for the days that we're ahead. You got to think about this. Why are you alive right now? Why did God pick you right now to be in this time? Why? I mean, you could have lived 40 years earlier or later on, but God chose you to live right now, and he's not going to leave you. He's not going to leave you on the earth and not equip you to do what he needs you to do. Okay, he's going to equip us to do everything that we need to do. We're going to be refueled and restored. There are some of you that have felt like, I'm so far gone. I have just lost the faith. I am not willing to put up with it. I can't go anywhere. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to even get myself back into a place. And I feel like God's going to do a supernatural restoration and bring you into his arms again, and bring you into and refuel you for what's been going on. There has been, I'm telling you, we're getting rerouted. Okay. I have had my heart, for whatever reason, for 25 or 30 years for our country. I know that I could have gone all other places, and I've gone to many different countries, but I never felt the passion to really fight as I have in our own country. And I felt that way before any of this stuff was going on. So I'm getting downloads, I'm getting information, I'm getting understanding about what is it that we need to do. I'm writing that book, Field Guide. And in the Field Guide, I'm also going to put in there things about how to come in against the Satan or the Satan Club that they're now putting in schools for libraries and things. God's giving us ideas on how we're going to go in equal time and go in and begin to speak truth into the hearts of these little kids that are being taken off or astray or whatever. And I feel like we're going to have supernatural help in being able to do that. There's going to be a part of this book called The Lion's Words. What are the words of the lion? So, and also Psalm reading. Psalm reading is a big deal. I mean, we can do that anywhere. That's part of Field Guide. You can create psalm reading groups where you get a Bible that is easy to understand. It's in plain English. It's not in King James. And you're able to speak life words into people. And you go through breathing exercises where you take in the air. You take in, this is the air I breathe. This is where I breathe. This is how I get refreshed. This is how I relax. And I get myself into a place where the Psalms that have healing power in them already in the words can go out into the atmosphere and completely heal as we're speaking the word. I just did an interview with Kelly Copeland. It was way cool. It was so cool. She's such an amazing girl. Love her. And it'll come out in the fall. But we talked about restoration. Restoration, being able to be restored from a place where you felt like you would never go back. God's callings and anointings and the gifts that he's placed on you are without repentance. It doesn't matter what the circumstances have been. It doesn't matter how far you feel like you've fallen or whatever kind of thing. It is like he has got you. He's got you. He knows exactly what he's wanting to do with you, and he's going to accomplish everything that he planned and purposed when he created you, and when he's left you here, and when he's retooling us and refining us and restoring us and refueling us and giving us what we need in order to take the land, to do what we're meant to do. And the cool thing is, when God does it, it doesn't take up all your energy. Like it's not like you have to get out of breath, or you have to get weird, or you have to feel like I'm gonna faint, I just can't, or whatever. It's so easy because he goes before you, he prepares the way, he opens the heart, he brings people into your path because you're designed to see them or meet them. He puts words into your mouth at that moment. He gives you the anointing or the ability to speak those things to someone, and their lives are transformed in that moment. So I don't want you to get discouraged. I know I've been discouraged. I've heard of people getting discouraged. I've had phone calls from people who are discouraged. I have had, any number of emails and different things like that. Like, what are you doing? Where are you? We don't see you. Well, I had cancer taken off of my arm. Wait, there's my scar. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's kind of cool. Anyway, so I had to recover from that. There were some other health issues in my family that were going on. So I had to kind of dial down a minute, but I'm getting ready to, with another friend and a few of people who've been through the Learn and Launch, we're going to begin to converge. Hopefully in October, we're looking for a building right now, and we're going to do a Learn and Launch, and we're sending 500 people into the city of Las Vegas. And I want to do that in the Dallas area as well, because down at Deep Ellum, we know what to do. God trained us already. He told us what to do. He gave us instruction and language and everything we need in order to accomplish what he wants us to do. So just because we took a bit of a lull here to get some things straightened out does not mean we've quit. We have not quit. In fact, I'm feeling stronger than I was before. But I am going to go back to that dream that I had where I was trying to find my gate, and I had a ticket in my hand and there was no gate for me. And the place that I thought I was going, God was rerouting me. He was rerouting me. I think this is for a lot of us. He's rerouting us. He's rerouting us. He's giving us a new ticket, a new place, a new thing that we need to do. The old gate, the old place of boarding and things like that was not available. So don't be discouraged. You're getting rerouted, you're getting restored, and you're getting ready to see some things that God's never shown us before. So I'm all about going after the children. I'm going to make sure, to the best of my ability, that I can come up with and get God ideas from the throne of how he wants us to get a hold of and derail the enemy's plan for kids and be able to be available. I know it's, the mama bear thing's all big deal right now. But quite frankly, in my mind, I've had it for, I don't know how long. Every time I went into the adult convention, I've been in there 14 years. I had a mama bear thing on me. I wasn't just sitting around. It was like, I've got to see God reach in and get a hold of some of these young, and now they're young people that are in there. So, we're going to do this. I have considered, and I want you to give me some feedback on this. I want to consider maybe doing a Zoom call, like maybe next week or something, and having people give me things that they want training on, people groups or situations or that kind of thing. It has to be short. People will probably keep it to about an hour to an hour and a half, and that way I can help answer the questions as well as insert them in Field Guide. I don't feel like Field Guide, the whole instructional book is just written from my perspective. I want to know from you. I want to know what you're dealing with and that kind of thing, and we'll come up with ideas and understanding from God together. So I think we'll pick a time. I'm going to see what day I've got available, and maybe we'll just do that like for an hour and a half. I'll just have this open Zoom, and you can just come on, and I just want to be able to talk with you for a little bit about areas that we're going to be engaging. And again, some of you, I felt very strongly this morning, some of you feel like you've fallen, you've gotten too far down, you're too closed off, you're too, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to trust, I just can't, I don't have any energy or strength. God's going to refuel you. He's not going to leave you empty. You're not going to be empty. You're going to be able to have the oil in order to function and to go forward. And we're going to watch him do all kinds of crazy, great things, right? There's probably not an area up to date culturally that I haven't been in. So I've had my toes in the water of different places with different people and their mindsets and thoughts and agendas and, whatever kind of think things that they've gotten in their minds that are blinded, that have not been able to think straight, actually. And so I've had my teams in places where, my gosh, you feel like you're on I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy last night. I haven't seen a show like that on a whim. My daughter wanted to go, and we saw that, and I was like, gosh, I feel like I've been in here. I've been in all these crazy things, all these crazy, creatures and stuff like that. I was like, I can relate. Anyway, but God's got a plan, and He's got a thing, and we're here now. We're here now. Listen to me. We're here now. Restoration, refueling. He's going to give us what we need in order to accomplish what He's got for us to do. Otherwise, you would have been born way before now, and you would have not stuck it out. But you're here. And if you feel like you've screwed up, you've gone too far, you're way off course, that does not mean that God has removed His assignment from you. In fact, it's probably now more pulsating than it ever was before. Why? Because the enemy wants to try and take you off course. He wants to try and derail you and keep you from doing what you're meant to do. So I'm like, go back to God, just run to Him, not from Him, and let Him restore you and get you back and give you perspective and give you understanding and refuel and give you information and downloads about what He has for you to do. We're going to take this thing. I'm going to take whoever will go with me, and we're going to train, and we're going to launch, and we're going to try and do this in every city. I will be at the Her Voice conference in July. It is July 12th through 14th. It is in downtown Portland, Oregon. And I will be sharing about this, some of this, and I'll have my field guide book out by that time as well. So make sure that you go. It's free. Just get there, and you might have to stay with people, but just stay with people, or get a hotel, whatever you want to do. But I really highly recommend it, because I think they're trying to get 1 million people praying, and then 1 million people on the mall in DC, which, I'm going to be a part of that. I have a heart to go into the city, into where people live, actually, and begin to communicate with the people who live there. The ones who actually occupy the space, who have been appointed by God to live there. And I want to go and meet with them. I do want to pray on the mall. I do want to be part of that voice, but I also want to go out. I want to go out into the highways and the byways and compel people to come in. That's my deal. So anyway, thank you, those of you that have been supporting us and loving us. We really appreciate that. We really need it too. We're asking big. How's that? We're asking big from God. It was really great when I was interviewing with Kelly, and she goes, I'm going to ask some things for you from God, and I was like, oh my goodness, Kelly Copeland's going to pray for me and ask big. And I'm like, I'm agreeing with you, absolutely agreeing with you, so I think this is a time to ask big. I think it's a time for us to say we need finances, we need resources, we need people, we need training facilities, we need places where we're not going to be blocked up, where we've got the ability to really get people grounded and equipped. Tim comes on board with me with some of these trainings. He is absolutely a theologian when it comes to Bible knowledge and how it fits in, and building a foundation underneath people, and that's missing in some places. So we're just doing it. We're just doing this thing, and so it's going to be really amazing. It's going to be amazing. So next week, I think I'll pick a day. I'll put it up. I'll have my friend Melissa create a graphic for it. I'll give you a Zoom link, and if you can hop on, that would be great. And we're going to discuss, just within an hour and a half maybe, some ideas and things that you are curious about, people groups, family situations, things that you've been into. We don't want to get deep down into solving your family issues. We just want to know kind of what area of of life, of culture, or of America right now? What is the area that you want to hear a strategy on how to reach them? Okay. And so, and that's what I want to hear from you. So that way we get, I get a collective, kind of understanding about, okay, well, yeah, let's talk about that, because we've been in pretty much, I mean, all of them, political, counterculture, LGBTQ, film festivals. We've been in pagan festivals. By the way, SatanCon, people said, well, did you go to SatanCon? No. The reason why is because I need to have a very strong, structured, and very skilled team in order to go into a place like that. I need to have intercessors covering us on the way in, the way out, and while we're there. And I also need to have people who know what they're doing. You don't go and start throwing things at an arena like that and not expect to have backlash. And we have learned how to protect our team as well as get the job done in a place like that. So, but we will have training on certain pagan type festivals and things like that. How to get a hold, how to be able to go to a place where they're promoting the drag queen and reading to kids, or now it's Satan's Club, in the school. Oh yeah, well, we want equal time. We want the lion's words in there as well. So we're just gonna say yeah now about that. So we're gonna get people equipped, trained, gonna do the stuff, not sitting around anymore, and let's just do it. I'll get you trained. I'll help you any way I can. And I'm learning too, so don't think I'm, all I'm saying is I had this dream that was so profound, like I'm being redirected. And so I'm like, good, let's do it. Okay, go to my website, cindymcgill.org. If you do not have Words That Work, make sure you get Words That Work, because it will go hand in hand with Field Guide when it comes out. You will have had to have read Words That Work in order to get the Field Guide and have it make sense to you. How's that? It's all about the heart. It's all about doing it with the right spirit. It's about doing it with God's heart, not your heart and not your emotion or any of that. It's about doing it with God's heart. That's what Field Guide will be about. That's what Words That Work was about. So, all right. I think that's it. Oh, be in Portland teaching YWAM this coming first part of June, like I think the 2nd through the 5th of June, and then at Collective Church in Portland as well. And then again in July, we will be at Her Voice, big conference there. I'll be speaking as well. And then I've got Portland, Maine. I think we're going to hit the East Coast the first part of August. And then I've got some training that we're going to be doing in the Dallas area. We're looking for a building. If you're a church and you want training and you want to donate having us in your building so I can tell people where to go, that would be great, because we live in a very small little community type thing, and there's not a big enough type of a room here to be able to do a training in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But I'm open. If you want to do it and you're a pastor or you have oversight over a church, whatever, then let me know. I'll see what we can do to get a date put down, and we'll get it going on for training, okay? All right, I think that's about it. I'm going to just pray for you, bless you, and tell you we got a lot ahead. It's going to be fun. I'm not going to be bored. Not sitting around. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.